Hello, welcome back to KG's Simple Reviews. Today I'm going to be reviewing this Honiture Robot Vacuum Cleaner. I am really excited about this new model of Honiture Robot Vacuum Cleaner because it's supposed to be able to mop and vacuum, and I just think that is so cool. We have had a basic robot vacuum cleaner before. It obviously just did vacuuming, so I'm really excited to see a vacuum with more features, which means so much less work for us. As everybody else, we're always busy at home, and I feel like the last thing that ends up getting our time is stuff like cleaning, where we'd rather be spending time with our kids and making dinner and stuff like that. So I'm really excited how much freedom this is going to give me with time, and hopefully I'll be able to set this up so that I can come home each day with the house already vacuumed and maybe even mopped. Let's go ahead and open this up and check it out. Ooh, this looks so nice. All right, so we have our user manual right here. I will say I really like the aesthetics of this vacuum. It just looks really nice and clean. It has a little bit of this rose gold color on it, which I think is really pretty. I will say this has a little bit of weight to it, which is not necessarily bad because you don't typically pick these robot vacuum cleaners up, but it's good that it should hopefully be able to go over things like rug and over the side of carpets and stuff, just with that little bit of extra weight. So you can see on the bottom here, this is kind of what it looks like. You can see that this has the rotating wheel, which is nice. Okay, it has the vacuum brush right here, and you can see that these wheels are really hardy. They're actually rubber, which is really nice. They're not just plastic, so they're going to wear a lot nicer. Okay, I'm gonna start by going over what each of these items are, and I did take the dust box out of the robot vacuum cleaner already. So right here, obviously, we have the main structure, and then right here is the dust box, and over here we have the water tank. We have the charging dock, we have the adapter, we have two AAA batteries, we have two HEPA filters. There's already one in here, so that's two of them. We have one remote control, we have 4 side brushes, and we have one cleaning brush. Okay, so I'm just gonna go over these buttons right here. This is the Wi-Fi button, power button, and the charge button. All right, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and charge this up so that I can test it out. All right, so I went ahead and plugged it in down here. I put the dock in there, and I downloaded the app, which was really easy to do. As you can see here, it shows that there's 43% battery, and it's ready to draw a map to know what space it needs to vacuum and clean, and you can customize all of this. So I really like that there's so many options there, and I can't wait to get it all configured the way that works for me. I'm gonna go ahead and just tell it to start cleaning for right now, and how I'm gonna test it is I do have 2 young kids, and they're leaving crumbs on the floor all the time, so I wanna make sure that it's going to get different sizes of crumbs, both really small things and a little bit bigger things. So I'm just gonna take this cracker, which is something that will commonly be found on the ground, and I'm going to just crumble it, and I wanna see how well this robot vacuum cleaner can pick them up. I'm gonna leave a few bigger pieces and some smaller pieces, as you can see here. I went ahead and connected 2 of these side brushes, and it does come with an extra set, which is really nice, so if you need to clean them or if something happens to one of them, you can switch them out. So I'm gonna go ahead and tell it to start cleaning.
Start cleaning.
So as you can see on my app here, I don't know if you can see this, it says that it has 1 minute of cleaning time. It shows how big of a cleaning area that is going through, as well as the battery life. So far, I think that's really interesting to watch. You can see it is over there. It is trying to find all of the surface cleaning area. I'm gonna check back in when it gets to my crumbs that are right down here. I am really interested to see how well it's going to do going from this floor to this floor, just because there is this lip here that is pretty large, as well as the transition between the carpet. Oh wow. Okay, so it just went underneath the couch and it went onto the rug just fine. So we can see right here So I do notice that as it is already gone around the perimeter of the entire living room area, it is starting to go back and forth over the surface area in between all of that perimeter. It's been cleaning for about 13 minutes. These are the meters squared that it has cleaned right now. And then again, it shows the battery. And as you can see, it is mapping out the area that it has been cleaning. I'm just gonna turn it around this way because this is the way that I'm seeing it from where I am. But you can see this area where it was going in and out, in and out, in and out right here. That's where the dining table is. So I think that's so interesting that it shows the whole map like that. As you can see, the vacuum cleaner has done mostly this area all the way out to the couch area out there. Okay, so I'm gonna try out this remote right here, and I'm gonna go ahead and push go.
Start cleaning.
So if you are in the room, you still can direct it exactly where you want it to go if you have a specific spot that you have, which is kind of nice just to have that option. So I'm just going and picking up a couple select crumbs that were left behind. Perfect, and it picked all of them up. That's so nice. Okay, so I finished vacuuming that area, and now I'm going to see how much dust and dirt was in that area. I'm just gonna open this up to see what kind of dirt and debris that I have. Oh my goodness. Okay, my floor really wasn't very dirty. We actually had just moved in and had it cleaned professionally, so I am very shocked at how much stuff there actually is in here. Wow, that is so gross. You can see that it holds everything really well. It actually holds a lot of stuff, so I'm just gonna touch this with my fingers. I know it's gross. Oh. So you can see all of this debris that is in here. That is so crazy. I cannot believe that there was that much junk just from the first time vacuuming. Wow. So you can see there's all the different like cracker crumbs that are in there, as well as all of this stuff from the rug. There is hair and all that kind of stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead and dump this in the garbage, and then we're gonna try out the mopping feature. Now that I've cleaned this section out, I just wanted to show you really quickly that when you open this up, this is that other HEPA filter. So it has two filtration systems in here. It has this little HEPA filter, and then this has this pre-filter right here, which is really nice that it has that. And it, as you saw, it does come with an extra filter for whenever this does get dirty. If it's beyond repair, you can't clean it out, you can replace it with this one. So that's really nice. So this is the mopping insert right here. As you can see, there is another extra mopping pad that it came with. So this is what this one looks like as well. It just Velcros to here. You can see there, it has a pretty strong Velcro, which is really nice. So I'm gonna go ahead and flip this over, and I like that it gives really clear instructions here on what exactly to do. It reminds you of how to clean this water tank and to dry it out thoroughly. It does recommend that you don't put the wet water tank after you've mopped back onto the charger, and that you replace it or let it fully dry out first. So it does have a spot right here for, I would assume what you could just use whatever cleaning solution you use. I'm just gonna go ahead and put some water and see what it can do. So as you can see, I did put some water in here, and you can see there is information on how high you can fill it up to. I have it up to about 150 milliliters right here. I really like that this container is see-through so that you can see how much water you have left and how the water is looking in there, and just to make sure that this container is clean. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and insert this, and I'm gonna try mopping the floor. Okay, so that installed really easily. I'm gonna go ahead and set this down in the kitchen.
Start mopping.
So you can see that the trail behind it is wet, which is exactly what we want. It's going around and vacuuming up the little particles and then mopping behind it. As you can see, the ground is wet here. I will say I feel like mopping is probably my worst chore, and so if this is actually productive at mopping, I'm gonna be so excited. Okay, so I have mopped the floor, and overall I'm so happy with this so far. I'm gonna go ahead and take this out. And I'm gonna dump out the water, and then I'm gonna take a look at the mop pad. Okay, so as you can see here, just one go around of my kitchen that I had already cleaned. You can see that there is debris that it picked up right here, as well as the mopping pad is dirty. I do really like that this is made of fabric, so you can just put it in the washing machine. That is a really nice perk. Okay, the last thing that I want to show is cleaning the vacuum cleaner. I feel like it's really important to show this just because anybody that has owned a vacuum cleaner knows you're going to have to clean out this little vacuum brush every once in a while, so I like that it's a pretty easy option for this. Okay, so I like that you can just easily click this out right here, then you can remove this cleaning brush, and you can get out any debris that is stuck on here. At our house, with 2 girls living here, there is often a lot of hair. I like that it comes with this tool that is I'm gonna easily be able to run this along and cut any of the hair that is stuck so I can easily pull it off, as well as all of these brushes to just brush off any areas. And you can see these are gonna help get into some of those hard to reach places. Okay, so now that I have that cleaned out, that was nice and easy, I'm just gonna go ahead and put this back where it goes. It just fits here right back into place. All right, perfect. Overall, I am very impressed with the amount of dust and particles that this actually picked up off the ground that I had no idea were even there. So I'm very impressed by its regular robot vacuum cleaning abilities, but I'm extra happy with the mopping ability because that is something that I absolutely hate to do and it needs to be done. So I really like that this is going to do both of those things. I'm so excited about this product and I'm going to get a lot of really handy use out of this. I'm gonna go ahead and put a link in the description down below so you can go check it out for yourself. If you found this review useful, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more. Thanks for watching. Bye.